Hey, this is not really what goes on this channel, but that's okay. You know, some things I guess just, yeah, you got to make a video about and touch on. There's plenty of coronavirus videos, I'm sure, but in case you're curious about what's going on in the Athens area or the University of Georgia, that's where I am. And maybe you have people who are from here. Maybe you went away on spring break and you didn't come back or something. And so the reason why I decided to go ahead and make a video now was because Athens just enacted a curfew, which you can probably see on the screen. Commission orders mandatory 24/7 curfew. Before we get to that, you should know that transit buses, not that you want to be on buses because of the close proximity of people, but in case you need to be on a bus, they're free now. And Athens Clarke County has declared a state of emergency and banned all public gatherings of more than 10 people. So of course, like, all the shows downtown have all been canceled, and my buddies who have gigs now don't have gigs, and they're kind of freaking out about that. Okay, now what's up with this commission orders mandatory 24/7 curfew? It's actually not anywhere near as severe as it would seem. So I think this is a transitional step, because so it's saying that this non-mandatory, well, it says mandatory, but with exceptions, and there's no punishment if you break it. So I think this is a step before they actually have some harsh regulations. This is until April 7th, but you can see on here that there is a lot of reasons you're allowed to be outside, even like exercise and stuff like that. And then there's a bunch of categories of businesses that are allowed to remain open. And this is a big list. You see that list up there? I'll give you the link here to go check this out. The website is Athens Politics Nerd, but I'll put a link in the description to this particular article. And what have I seen around here recently? I have actually noticed an uptick in behavior because everyone's freaking out. So I've seen increased traffic, and I've also noticed more people in the stores. Yes, now people are wearing gloves and masks, but they're everywhere. I have not noticed a decline really in any type of traffic at all. I'm assuming I will this week because of some closures of restaurants and stuff. But for example, today is Thursday, and on Monday, so 3 days ago, on Monday, I'm not going to name the business, but on Monday, sometimes I have trouble parking at a certain spot because there's like a get-together on Mondays at this one establishment. And I was like, oh, well, there's going to be parking because obviously there's not going to be people there, and the place was packed. There was not a parking spot available. There was just as many people as there always was. So anyways, in case you're curious what's going on here in Athens, Georgia, the university has suspended most of its activities, sports activities, classes. I teach at the university, so of course I've been instructed not to teach any students, and also don't teach them anywhere else because there's liability. So you're not supposed to meet with your professors or instructors off of university ground. At least that's what I was ordered to do. But I do think that it could be a few days, a couple of weeks. I do think that they're doing an easy version of this, a really not militaristic version of this, and just to get people used to, we're paying attention to you. We're paying attention to where you're going, when you're going, why you're going. There's no punishments yet, but I think this is step one. Step two will be now there's punishments, and then maybe a step three would be now there's severe punishments. But you have to get people used to it. If you go straight to step three, people will freak out even more than they're already freaking out. There's a cat that wants to jump up here. She is COVID-19 free, I believe. Meow. Anyways, that's an update. I'll let you go. Maybe I'll say something dumb before we go. Zen Buddhist master dude traveling with his students sees a giant boulder and goes, "Students, is that boulder heavy?" Students are like, "Yeah." Yeah, of course it's heavy. It's a boulder. And the Zen master goes, no, it's not heavy if you don't pick it up. So the parallel, right, is that there are a lot of things you can worry about, but you don't actually have to pick up all of the grief and all the anxiety and all the fear that is out there. It doesn't mean be ignorant or be reckless, but you don't have to be consumed 100% with all the worry and the noise that's out there. But I'm just a dude with a cat in a room here in Athens, and everything's pretty chill on my front. So that's easy for me to say. I'm sure if you're sick, or someone you love is sick, or you're in some monetary distress, you probably want to reach through this camera and smash my face in. And I completely understand that. Just a dude making a video. Later.